May I request Ms. Arzu to please welcome Dr. Jayashree with a bouquet of flowers. We are all eager to hear the contribution and achievement of Padmashri Dr. Arun Firodia to the field of science, technology, and automobile. I invite Sulaja ma'am to share with us this journey of chairman, sir, to enlighten all of us with how we reached where we reached. Sulaja ma'am, please.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Let me begin by saying that Dad and Mom, we are very proud of you and the legacy that you have created for all of us. Thank you very much. So I was thinking about what I was saying about our Chancellor's achievements, and then I thought instead of me speaking, and this speech could go on for hours, I want to read out the citation that was presented to him when he was conferred with the doctorate, which very concisely actually walks us through journey, his achievements and contributions. And I think this citation wonderfully describes what great contribution he has made to our country. So the citation being presented to Sri Arun H. Firodia by Dr. Vidyapith. It is indeed a moment of pride and privilege as we stand here to honor Mr. R&D Sri Arun Firodia, Chairman of Kinetic Group of Companies, former Chairman of National Innovation Council, former Chairman of Research Council of Central Scientific Instruments Organization, and former President of the Maratha Chamber of Commerce. Born in 1943, Mr. Arun Firodia obtained his B.Tech degree with distinction in electrical engineering from IIT Mumbai in 1965. He later went on to US and obtained his MS in electrical engineering from the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology known as MIT, USA. He also completed his MS in management from Sloan School of Management at MIT, USA. Sri Arun Firodia has been the brain behind numerous legendary products like Luna, India's first indigenously developed, designed and manufactured moped made in 1970, which became an all-time success story. In fact, even now the brand Luna is synonymously used for all mopeds in the country, which underlines the unshaken faith and love amongst the masses for this product. He also brought advanced technology for scooters in India with the development of the revolutionary kinetic Honda scooter. This product, with its first-time features like a gearless transmission and self-start, set new benchmarks in the industry. It became a hit with people of all ages and gave wings of freedom and independence to countless women in the country. His quest for R&D extends beyond automobiles. He has been instrumental in designing a 90-seater aircraft, an earthquake warning system, and an instrument to enable visually challenged persons to listen to books and newspapers. He also established the well-known H.K. Firodia Memorial Foundation in 1996 in the memory of his father, late Sri H.K. Firodia, and instituted the H.K. Firodia Awards for Excellence in Science and Technology. These awards are given to outstanding Indian scientists for their work and world-class contribution in any branch of science. The awards are meant to inspire young people to take to science and develop a scientific temper and spirit of innovation. Awardees of the H.K. Firodia Awards include luminaries like late Shri Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and Professor Sena Rao. He has been founder, president of Pune Citizens Police Foundation, PCPF, member of the Executive Committee of the Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers, member of Advisory Board of All India Sainik Welfare Association, to name a few. For his excellent contribution to industry, academia, and the society at large, he has been the recipient of numerous awards. The President of India honored Sri Arun Firodia with the Padmashri in 2012, one of the highest civilian awards honors in the country. He was awarded the Distinguished Alumnus Award by IIT Mumbai. He was also, the prestigious MIT also has conferred him with the Alumnus Award in 2007 for his achievements and exceptional service to the country, society, and MIT. Apart from being a brilliant businessman, he is also a prominent social activist, and he has received several honors and awards, namely the Helen Keller Award for contributing to the rehabilitation of leprosy-affected people who had become social outcasts, and the FICCI Annual Award for outstanding achievement in employment of physically challenged people. In recognition of his invaluable contribution to the automobile industry, to promotion of science and service in the to the society at large, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapith, Pune is proud to confer the degree of Doctor of Science on Sri Arun Firodia on August 14, 2023. I mean, the citation speaks for itself. They say that all men are created equal, but I think in case of our chairman, sir, God had made an exception. He's definitely an outstanding, exceptional human being and multifaceted person. I have requested my mother today to speak about him beyond Kinetic. We of course know him at Kinetic. And you will hear from her many other facets of him which may not be known to you. But if I were to speak to you about his work ethic and about his contribution to us at Kinetic, I think it is invaluable. Even today, I cannot even begin to emulate some of the habits or ethics that he brings to the, to his work style. He's always been the first to arrive at work and the last to leave. He used to pick me up from my residence, and we are supposed to be at work at 9. 8:30 sharp, he would be there. I would be scrambling to be ready, but he was never late by even 1 minute. He recognizes hard work beyond anything else. He doesn't believe in pure luck. He believes in really working hard and working on the grassroots levels. He believes in being punctual. That's another quality which I'm still beginning to learn. And he's extremely sincere. Even if I went to him with the smallest work problem or a largest big challenge, he always applies himself and comes with a solution. He's never found any work to be too small for his stature or any challenge too big, for his capabilities. I've also found that he's a rock. He's solid. He's tough. Through any ups and downs of life, personal or professional, he's always stood behind all of us, with all his strength and might, and never allowed us to feel that we were in any way, not supported or weak. So I have grown up with these kind of values that he brings to us. And I think even if we just begin to learn some of these and apply, I think we can develop ourselves as professionals, to a great degree. Another thing I would like to name about him as a daughter is that, he has always been supporting me. When I was in 10th standard, I stood in what was called that time the merit list. And everybody who does well in school is supposed to go to science and, become an engineer or doctor. So I told him that, Dad, I want to play badminton. That time I was playing on competitive levels and I was enjoying it. And I think I want to do, something easier. So can I go for BCom? Anyway, I like business, I like MBA, I want to do all that. He said, it's your choice. He never forced us to make a choice, which he felt, and maybe in his mind he felt that was the right choice or wrong choice, I don't know, but he supported. And I can give countless examples of how he has supported me through life. I've said this before to some of you in our meetings and in gatherings, that we are 3 sisters and our youngest brother Ajinkya, but all the daughters got the same platform from our parents as the son, whether it was education, whether it was sport, whether it was taking part in any extracurricular activities, going abroad, living abroad, choosing our careers, anything. He has always given us the platform to learn, experiment, take decisions, make mistakes. I remember once when I was making some decision at work, he said that, this is a wrong decision that you are making and I can see it. But तुमको अपना खुद का ठोकर खा के समझना सीखना पड़ेगा. So while knowing that I was making a wrong decision, he still allowed me to go and experiment. But he warned me. He made me think. So I think such people are exceptional, and therefore I think that he is one in a billion. We're very proud to have him as our father, as our chairperson. And we wish him long life, good health. And thank you once again, Dad and Mom. Thank you.
Thank you, Sulaja ma'am, for this rare insights. Our chairman, we are really thankful for you for being so honest and frank about your family, personal, as well as the profession. Ladies and gentlemen, this program is live on Instagram and YouTube. May I request now Sulaja ma'am and Ajinkya to please felicitate Padmashri Dr. Arun Firodia with the traditional shawl and shrifal. Yeah? Can you please stand? Okay, now we have a small question answer session. The questions are to Chairman Sir. Our colleagues in the audience have some questions which they have asked me to put them to you. So I will give you the mic. Mic's wahan rakhna. Please go with the mic.
Hello, hello.
Thank you, Ritesh sir. Start with the first question, very simple one, but it is something we are all looking forward to hearing from you. What was your initial reaction when you were informed being conferred with the doctorate degree in science? What was reaction, Chairman sir?
My wife is a doctor, so I will be equal to her.
Sir, which value do you hold close to your heart that has always helped you in your journey as an entrepreneur?
Nationalism.
What advice would you give to our members of the Kinetic family, especially in the context of automobile disruption across India?
Technology and export are the two directions we should assume.
That was really short and sweet. Okay, now to my other dignitaries. First questions are for Ajinkya and Sulaja ma'am. We are intrigued to hear about the dinner table discussion and what happened when the three industrialist stalwarts met. A mic, or एक mic. Madam, mic. Sulaja ma'am, please.
So this is one of my favorite questions to answer. it's not now in today's context, but I remember as a child, growing up in our family, and when I contrast the dinner table discussions at home to what I have experienced in some of the other friends' families or other homes, is that at our dinner table there was never any petty conversation. It was never about gossip about some other relative or property prices or anything like that. It was always very elevated discussions. My grandfather, of course, used to, and they talked about the economy, the world, the global landscape, technology, country's leadership, societal values, freedom struggle. So we grew up around these really exemplary dinner conversations. And I never remember even one conversation which was, petty or let's say, small-minded. And I think both, not just my father, but my father, grandfather, my grandmother, my mother, all of them have still these values in us. To have this kind of a larger picture, to have an elevated mindset, to think about important things concerning our society and, the world at large. And this is an invaluable lesson that I have had in my life. And I think that's why when I sometimes, even today when I'm with my friends, when there's conversation which is, let's say, gossiping, they say, oh, Suloja has no interest in this. So I think that's a great gift that my parents given us, and I think it's a wonderful learning. However, the dinner table conversation always now end up going towards work. So it's our mother who is the balancing factor in our family, who's the only non-kinetic person. So she brings a different flair and says, Bazala ta serious conversation, talk about something else. So she really is a breath of fresh air in our family, and amongst all us intense people, she brings that light spirit to the table. So we thank her for that.
I think
Ajinkya.
in addition to what she said, of course, what she said is 100% true, but at dinner table, it's mostly, I draw inspiration because dad talks a lot about his father, his mother, what made us who we are, what are the cultures, what are the ethics, what are the values of our family, what are the stories in his life, what are the stories in my grandfather's life. So that really helps me understand a lot about who we are, what are the values we should have, and how we should take forward. And I think that's very valuable. So that's a lot of fun. You said three industrialists, what are the conversations? So while Chairman Sir is inspiring us with these stories, me and Sulaja are generally fighting about who will finish the dahi and bhindi on the table.
No, your mic. Mic's are on.
So one more thing about him is that he is also known not just as Mr. R&D but also as Mr. Google. Our friends at Johnson had given him this name, that Mr. Firodia is like Mr. Google. He knows everything about everything. So in a conversation at dinner table, he'll pick up something and give us some huge insight into it, which we don't know, and then we're all Googling and seeing if it's true. So for example, I remember having South Indian meal, and he said that, do you know the origin of the word sambar? I said, what is it? Must be some South Indian, something. He said, no, it came from Sambhaji. And that's true. But such things, there are many such things that he knows which we have no idea about. And it's a great learning to have these, really amazing that brings to the table.
The second question is for Ajinkya, Sulaja, Arzu, and Ritesh Mantri. You can use the mics, there is no need. Okay? Walking down memory lane, tell us about one advice from Chairman Sir, which has been etched into your memory. Walking down memory lane, tell us about one advice from Chairman Sir, which remains etched in your memory. I think Ritesh can start.
Hi. So, I mean, there are many advices. I remember chewing Chairman Sir's brain, going even on Sundays and sitting with him for a couple of hours and trying to learn the insights. I mean, as Sulaja said, that he is an encyclopedia of knowledge. You take any subject and he has complete command over it. But one thing, if I have to, I mean, of course, he is still mentoring me, and there are many things which I have learned in this wonderful journey and interaction with him. But if I have to choose one thing which he has told me is to remain close to the customer. He always tells that, don't rely on managers. You have to be, as the owner, as one of the founding members, you have to be on the ground constantly looking at the competition, your products, customers, their insights about your products, their feedbacks about your products. And I think it's absolutely, I mean, I cannot explain in enough words that, how valuable an advice, this is, for me. Because once you know the ground realities, once you are close to the market, close to the customers, close to the competition, that insight is, I mean, priceless. And then that translates into every decision, you make about your business, your product, your people, everything, every aspect of it. I think that I will feel that is the best lesson, which he has taught me, amongst many others, which, I still keep getting from him. Yeah.
Miss Arzu Almi.
So, for me, I've seen Chairman Sir at work. I've seen him as a chairman. I've seen him as a father. And now I'm seeing him as a grandfather. So, for me, one thing that he always teaches us is that, know your limit and then push it. So there's never stopping, like, you can never stop learning. You always have to learn and grow, and, each day, like even for, the little grandson that he has, he says each day, teach him something new, teach him something unique, push him so that he excels. And I think that's really, really important that, each day is a new learning and new beginning for each of us. So thank you so much for instilling that value in us.
Sulaja ma'am.
For me, it will have to be what he said was his, guiding principle, nationalism. He has great, great love for his country. And everything he has done in his life and everything that he also inspires us to do is to keep the greater good in mind and to do something which is of value added to society. So he had told me once that you look at where the world is going, the trend of the society, what people need, where the world is moving. And if you align your business to that, half your success is guaranteed. For example, we did Luna. That time India did not have its own vehicle, which the common man afford. But there was a need for people to move faster. India was beginning to progress. People had to get to office, to college, to school. Women had to drop their children here and there. And he created this product which met that need of the society. So in return, he served the society, but Luna became a big hit. So I think similarly, when we started our whole EV venture, Kinetic Green, he was the one who encouraged, saying that yes, the world is going green. Pollution is a concern. Young people are more concerned about environment than us oldies, in his words, are. So if you align the business to where the world is going, then you in the society, but it is also adding as a decision for you as a entrepreneur. Second example, I'll give you that once I was driving with him to work. I remember very clearly it was our late Chairman Sir's Punyatithi. We have a little function. And in the car I was cribbing about something that, this is not right. The government doesn't make decisions, blah, blah, blah. India ka kuch nahi ho raha, things are moving backwards. And anything to me. But then when we came for that function, his entire speech for 20 minutes was about how we should serve the country, and how our country is great. And while everybody else didn't know what the genesis of that, I knew that the genesis of that speech was what we were saying in the car. He was inspiring me to think that, what can you do for your country, and remember that your country is great. So his nationalistic principle is something that is definitely genuinely close to him, and that's why he's a legend, because he's created products that have served the society, the Luna, the Kinetic Honda. And today, anybody in the country, big, small town, they have used these products, and they have some fond memories with these products because they genuinely help them in their lives. So I think when you create such kind of legendary offerings which actually make people's lives easier, the products become legendary in themselves. So that's a learning for all of us. Can we create technology and products which will genuinely add value to the society? Then our success will also be guaranteed in that process. So doing good by being good. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Ajinkya?
I mean, there are so many, it's hard to point out one, but one thing that has really impacted me is that he always says that the people you work with are like your family, and no person is perfect, no person knows everything, neither you nor them. So whatever are their strengths, you capitalize on those, and wherever are their shortcomings, you contribute, so that together your team is very strong. And I think that's what builds a great company, where you are able to complement your colleagues and make it happen. So I think that's a very good learning for me, which I thought.
Libello, shall we also have mom answer this question?
No, mom is in a special session. Thank you all very much for sharing with us the influence chairman has had with all of you. We would now like to hear from Dr. Jayashree Firodia on first being the wife of Padmashri, Dr. Arun Firodia, and how this whole journey what it has meant for her. Dr. Jayashree, please. No, use the mic. Please give a mic there, madam. Address. No, let her sit and talk.
Hello everybody, and a very good afternoon to you all.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
This is a very nice occasion, felicitation of my dear husband, and recognition of years of, as you know, this getting doctorate, this is a recognition of years of his hard work and dedication and teamwork. It's not just for this year or last year's, but it's his life's work that is being recognized. Because when a person tries to get doctorate, he selects a topic and he has to study it for at least 3 years and write an essay. But on his work of life, he is working for 50 years, 40 years. So he has put in so much effort, and that's the recognition. You all know him as a boss, or chairman, and Sulaja and Ajinkya have already spoken about that, his work ethics and all. So as Mrs. De Mello said, I should talk about some other aspects. And he's a very patriotic person. He wants to work mainly to help his country and uplift the people of this country's lives. As soon as we finished studies and work in America, we came back. We never thought of even staying there permanently like all our friends did, because him and me also thought that our contribution should be towards our country. And what is the use if you just go on working for other people of the other countries? He never worked for personal gain or personal recognition. There were 13 freedom fighters in the Firodia and Kotecha families. And so from childhood, he was inspired by them, and he always wanted to work for our nation. And I think India is doing well, and we are achieving a lot of targets under Modi ji, and we should progress a lot, and we should have more and more patriotic people working for our country. And all of you should remember that. He is very active on social front also. He has helped making Pune more green, clean and livable city. His original thinking suggests ways to tackle the problems of the city. He writes articles, he gives speeches or interviews that are appreciated and many times implemented also. He has written books like Smart City, Green Growth, and such topics of importance even few years before now they are being discussed, but he thought about them 5 years ago and he studied a lot and published those books. So you should everybody should read those books. India's great people like Abdul Kalam, Sunita Narayan, scientist Mashelkar Sahib, they have written introduction to these books because they found his ideas and writing very valuable. Whatever he writes, he first studies that topic very well and then only he writes the book. So they come out very well. Like in Smart City, he has given so many mathematical equations to convince you that this is the way the city should be developed. And there is no doubt about it. And at home, he is always a very loving husband, father, and grandfather. He looks forward to family gatherings, trips, festivals when we all gather and have good time. There is no need saying that he was a very good son to his mother. When he helped in the household chores, like she would help her in cutting vegetables, cleaning the house, and she trained him so well that even today I have to listen to him. And he's even teaching our servants constantly, you should serve like this, come to the table and serve. You should keep the thalis like that. You should arrange the tray like that so it doesn't fall down, you know. He gives very practical suggestions all the time. Then he wants to always experiment on agricultural side. Now we are trying to develop tomato, that is a combination of potato and tomato, which we tried and we have failed, but we are still trying to do it because he wants it done and then he will tell everybody. I think he could have become a very advanced farmer and done great job in agriculture. That way he could have chosen any other profession, like a professor of mathematics or a professor of Marathi or English or Sanskrit or physics. I mean, so many things he can teach. My father used to say that in next life he would like to be a surgeon. But I think the same way applies, then he probably say, I would like to be a teacher. So reciprocally, we all dote on him, and so all our extended family also dotes on him. He is the senior most and most revered among all our relatives, and he is the role model to them all. And his father was a role model to him. He always spent as much time as he could with him. Even after coming from a hard day's work, he would spend time, talk to him about how he spent the day and if he has any advice for his problems. And he was learning from him. He is a very simple person in his daily habits, like he wouldn't crib about food or clothes or anything. But I think he is hard boss when it comes to quality and quantity of the work put in. He always encouraged me in all my medical professional work as a pediatrician. He tells everybody proudly that I never lost a patient in 50 years of my practice. We spent together many happy days with our children and friends. We traveled widely. We have visited almost all the countries in the world. I'm fortunate to have him as my life partner. He appreciates my disciplined life and my taking care of everyone, my keeping house beautifully, and helping him manage our yearly big functions like HK Firodia Awards in Science and Technology, Firodia Trophy Awards in intercollegiate competitions, or arranging lectures in the memory of my mother-in-law. And so together we have a rich, successful and satisfactory life by God's grace. And we have 4 lovely, talented and loving children by God's grace. Again, thank you all for taking pains to arrange this nice function today and for inviting me. And best luck to my husband again in his further future projects, because he still has many in mind. So.
Thank you, Dr. Jayashree, for telling us a lot of things about chairman, especially about the little bit romantic or softer side of Sir, which I think it's like a revelation. So thank you very much, and we are very happy to have learnt it from you. Now we understand why he is so successful. Please give her a big hand. I now request Ritesh Mantri to please say a few words on our guest of honor. You can come.
Thank you for this opportunity. Generally, I refrain from public speaking, not good at it. But when it comes to my mentor, my guru, Chairman Sir, I thought I should just put across a few random thoughts, and I'll just express them, the way they are coming in my mind. Actually, I have completely gone blank, when I have to talk about him. But if I have to describe him, then, there is a very famous Marathi poem in the honor of the Maratha warrior, Shivaji Maharaj, which is generally sung, which says that झालेत बहु, होतील बहु, आहेतही बहु, परी यासम हा. That means कि बहुत लोग हो गए, बहुत होंगे, बहुत है भी, बट इनके जैसा और कोई नहीं है. He is unique. And if we see his achievements, I mean, what? Some 3,500 odd Indians till date. If I take a population churn, we are 140 crore country today. And if I take the population churn, post independence, maybe 250, 300 crore people, would have born and lived and still living. Out of that, 5,000 Indian citizens were conferred with highest civilian awards. He is one of them. Many a times we don't realize when we interact, with these legends, day in, day out, their contribution to the society, what values, they directly, indirectly inculcate in you. But I think that there is a lot to learn from him. He is like a flower, and, we are like a bee, there is all knowledge there, to be sucked and to grasp. It's up to us. I have learnt a lot in my this green journey with Honorable Chairman Sir. I think his passion is infectious. His belief, we all have belief in green, but the way he talks about it, just to give you an example, the other day we were discussing about problems and, giving some solution for the farmers who will bring their produce from village to some market yard and from market yard to the small societies. While we all were thinking at a macro level, I came to office 2 days back and there was an envelope which had a note written, in his own words, in his writing, saying that ki shet malacha bhav, market yard and Deep Bangla Chowk. So he had done the research, sent somebody to market yard, the wholesale market, what are the rates of vegetables in wholesale market and what are the rates in the societies, here in the heart of the cities, and how a farmer can be benefited, out of it, and how there is a problem and how, your vehicles can solve them. So simple application, and the detailing, the passion, you have. You just can't do it, by lip service. So there are many such examples, I can talk about. Somebody talked about the dinner table conversation, but I am privy to the lunch table conversation, so I can tell you, ये दोनों तो बहुत डांट खाते हैं. I am fortunate कि अभी तक मुझे डांट नहीं पड़ी है चेयरमैन सर की. Though there are many things, which I have in my wisdom, tried to kind of experiment at Kinetic Green. He has always been very supportive, always recognized the good effort. I remember when we started making two-wheelers, छुप छुप के चेयरमैन सर से हम लोग जो है वो गाड़ी रखते थे इधर उधर. Later on, but when he came to know, he was all supportive. He always wanted, it to be of highest quality, highest standards, etc. Again, one of the, I will say, just to kind of demonstrate or just to cite his vision, when the entire world was looking at scooters, premium scooters, people were like, there was a mad rush to launch one scooter after another, in premium segment category. He was the one who told us that you make Luna. And sir, let me tell you that decision, that vision is so correct, so good, and so rightly placed in today's scenario. The work we started couple of years back, today this space is absolutely empty. There is nobody in this space. And we hope that, it would be a fitting tribute to your work, your passion, your work ethics, sincerity, dedication, hard work, legacy which you have created. If we can launch that e-Luna in a very successful way and, put it in the market. But today there is no other product like that. So had it not been his vision, probably we would have also kind of, made some similar looking scooter and would have probably given it to the customers. So that just, goes to show the kind of, vision he has always. Talking about his doctorate, I don't know how good a doctor he would be, even after getting a doctorate, in comparison to Dr. Jayashree. Because I have seen her, she is a wonderful doctor. In my previous couple of incidences, I have sought her advice, and her advice had been absolutely bang on. But he is an avid engineer. You talk to him about any kind of development and his eyes would, lit up. Talk to him about any subject, where there is some kind of an innovation is involved or a problem is there to be solved. And as Sulaja said that, he will absolutely get to the root cause of it and will try and give you some kind of a solution. So sir, you are not defined by the Padmashris and the doctorates of the world. You are defined by your passion, you are defined by your work ethic, you are defined by your dedication, relentless pursuit of excellence, day after day, year after year, month after month, here or in every walk of your life. So salute to you. I am really, really fortunate that I got an opportunity, to interact with you so closely, so often. It's like, dreaming of playing with Tendulkar, watching him play and, grow, watching him play and, then get a chance to play with him. It's the same way, the dream has come true. And I would like to conclude on the last line. Sulaja said that yes, he is tough. He is tough. And that's why, I think there is a teaser we are coming up with for Luna, which Piyush Pandey has designed, which says कि heavy duty है, पर यही तो beauty है.
Thank you, Ritesh, for closing your speech on that wonderful note. One more big hand for that. May I request Mr. Ajankia to please say a few words on the guest of honor, please?
Hello. My colleagues from Kinetic Engineering Limited, Kinetic Green Limited, Kinetic Watts and Volts, Kinetic Communications Limited, Lamborghini Kinetic Torino Products Limited, Microage Limited, my life partner Arzu, co-founder Ritesh, my older sister Sulaja, my mother Dr. Firodia, and my father Padmashri Dr. Firodia. But 3 days ago, I witnessed the function on 14th of August, one day before our Independence Day, where our chairman was conferred upon the doctorate by the D.Y. Patil Institute. I think this is a great achievement for all of us. So let's all have a big round of applause for ourselves. Dad, by getting this doctorate, I think you don't know, but actually you lost a challenge and a bet that you gave me 20 years ago. 20 years ago, little more than 20 years ago, in 2001, when I was graduating from Brown University, all my friends, their parents were coming for the graduation ceremony. And I called my parents and I said, Mom, Dad, I hope you're coming. So Chairman sir told me that Mom will come, I have to work. I said, no, you have to come, Dad, for my graduation. Please come for my graduation. He said, why? You didn't come for mine. I came for your graduation 3 days ago. In the end, he did come for my graduation because he has always supported me and inspired me, so thank you for that. Doctorate is generally given to a person who has made a significant contribution in a particular field, जैसे mobile phone हो तो Steve Jobs को या computer हो तो Bill Gates को. But how many doctorates can we give to our chairman? He has of course made mopeds, scooters and motorcycles. But other than that, he has made televisions, cars, computers, computer monitors, set-top boxes, elevators, escalators, auto parking garages, electric products, electric golf carts, now controllers, motors, batteries, clusters. I don't know, I'm forgetting so many. Welding machines, SPMs, cooking robots. So I think number of people in this room are the number of inventions that he has done and number of doctorates that he deserves. So thank you for this innovative spirit. Even today, all the companies that I mentioned, we are all doing new things. We are all making new products. In all these products, as we make these new products, we will have difficulties. We will fall down. We will get hurt. But now we know that we have our own doctor. So, thank you.
Thank you, Ajinkya. That was very well said, well worded. Dear Chairman Sir, Padmashri Dr. Arun Firodia, we have been waiting to hear from you on the way ahead for Kinetic, for our country, our mission and our endeavor. May I request you to please share a few words with us.
Thank you, Ritesh. Thank you, Ajinkya. Thank you, Jaya. Thank you, Sulija. Thank you, Arzu. Thank you, Dimelo and all the people for this wonderful afternoon where I am among my colleagues and friends, some of whom I am worked with for last 40, 50 years. I hope Mr. Zadav is here, Kumbar is here, Agash is here, Shirokar is here, Sabrawal is here. So these are people who made me. Whatever I did was because of my colleagues. I must say that. When we started Kinetic Honda, I had 3 assistants, Mr. Gill, Mr. Rajwade, Mr. Shroff. And through those 3 people, I managed the whole company. If they were not there, I don't know whether I would have been able to make that company. Then in the Pithampur, we had Mr. Mehta, Mr. Ballar, Mr. Sood, and all other managers. And I don't know whether the company would have come up that well without their contribution. In KL, I don't know how much I can tell you. My father gave me 15 lakh rupees and said, here is 15 lakh rupees, go make a moped. I said, what is a moped? He said, it's between bicycle and motorcycle. What should I copy? He said, no copy, you make your own design. No imported components. Design has to be yours. No imported raw material. Factory backward area. Product should be weighing 50 kilograms or less. 50 kilograms? Yeah, in those days, all the vehicles used to be 100 kilograms plus. Even today. 50 kilograms and cost should be below 2,000 rupees. And it should carry 2 people. I said, if it has to carry 2 people, it has to be 100 kilograms. He said, no, you design it in fashion that it will be 50 kilograms. I said, how? So look at aircraft. Aircraft is a design which carries more than its own weight. So you look at its design, monocoque design. So you make monocoque design. So we made a monocoque design product. We used plastics. First time in India we used plastics. Even headlight was in plastic. We used belt transmission. In those days everybody said no, chain is the must. But we said belt will give you less weight, longer life and less noise. So there are many innovations we did on our own first time. For example, rear brake drum with only one brake shoe. Even today I don't think there is a vehicle which has only one brake shoe. We tried and made a vehicle with one brake shoe, but nobody ever complained that brake is not good. Culmination of all this was my father, who had worked in Piaggio for a few months before he came to India, requested him to arrange a visit to Piaggio. So I arranged. So I went there. So they said, what do you want to see? I said, R&D. So they said, we can't take you to R&D. I said, allow me to peep in. So they said, okay, you can peep in. I saw Luna there. I said, what is our Luna doing there? He said, we bring one vehicle from India every year, Luna, because I know that it works on bad roads, in dirty, dusty atmosphere, overloaded condition, adulterated petrol, and it works, it runs for 30, 40, 50,000 kilometers. Every year we bring one and see what you have done, how to learn from that. So our own product made for India, Indian conditions, and improved year by year, can beat the world. The rest of the world can learn from it. Now you are all in electric vehicles. If we specialize in making the product which has best range, of course everybody can give you product having better acceleration, better top speed. Who can give best range? We should be known as the company which gives best range. Through interaction. You cannot get best range just by product design. It's interaction with the user you should get best range. I think if you are known as the company which gives best range, you'll be world beater. So please strive with, because battery cost is a lot, how to give better range from a smaller battery is the challenge. And that challenge can be made by machine learning the traffic conditions and how to tune your product not once but continuously to meet the traffic challenges. That is the problem, that is the challenge before us. How to make highest range. Then how to make your product longest lasting. Technology and innovation should be used for what? For making product which lasts longest. You might worry that what is the use of product lasting long? Because Chinese don't make product that last long. But if you want to export to Latin America, if you want to export to Africa, Middle East, a product that lasts long is very important. How to build that product lasting long? By continuously improving. You cannot make a wonderful design on day one, but you can go on learning through your own experimentation. For example, my grandfather lived in Nagar, Ahmednagar. He had 2 cows and 2 buffaloes, but only 2 people in the family. What to do with so much milk? So he asked us, what should I do with the milk? I said, send to us in Pune. It is too expensive to send milk all the way from Nagar to Pune. I said, no, it will be 2 in 1. Our Luna will take it and drive it to Pune, 120 kilometers, back to Nagar, 120 kilometers. So every day 250 kilometers. So it will be endurance run also for Luna, and we'll get home cooked food also, home cooked milk also. So every day we learnt from the product endurance, and we went on improving. Mind you, original Luna was a single seater, 19-inch wheels, uske bhi pehle, no shock absorber. Then we made front shock absorbers. Then we made rear shock absorbers, that is the TFR. Then we made 16-inch wheels. Then we made 60 cc. Then we put variator. Then we made 35 cc vehicle. Then we made Kickstarter. All these innovations and changes we went on doing all along. So you should not rest by saying I have done my product. Your product should be a generic product which you should go on improving based on endurance, based on customer feedback. Please don't try to make too many products, try to stick to 2-3 products, but go on improving them to become world best. Keep in your mind the goal that I want to make the product which is best range, best endurance, best quality. So how do you do that? By continuously improving. Whenever I went to Pithampur or Nagar, after I got down from the vehicle, not car, by vehicle, Matador. First thing I did was to go to bonded area, take 3 vehicles, drive them. Check the card, whether all the defects are known, are solved or not. So all our QC people were on their toes, that MD will come and drive the vehicle, we have to make best vehicles. Then I went to warranty claims department, where we spent 2 hours in warranty claims, understanding why warranty claim came, how to solve, whether after our countermeasure defects have come down. So continuously we went on understanding the quality and improving. We had a dealer in Nagpur who used to sell a lot of vehicles. So I asked him, what is the secret? He said, I give service to everyone, whether out of warranty or within warranty. I said, out of warranty, how can you give service? We don't reimburse. it doesn't matter, but I get higher sales. So I then offered to him that if you are to give service to a customer outside warranty, just write to me a letter in your own handwriting that I had to give this service because it's a outside warranty but important customer. So I said, okay, I will accept these warranty claims. So my attention to warranty claim was such that we continuously went on improving the quality. We had one IT specialist, Sanjeev Kumar. I think some of you may be remembering. He developed warranty claim software and he has become world's best software for warranty claims. He earns lakhs and crores on warranty claim software he developed here. So warranty claim and continuous quality improvement is the way to keep your product going, not only going but improving and becoming champion. We should not be happy with only introducing many products. We should be happy with product that lasts and lasts and are world's best. How do you know your product is world's best? By export. If you can export to America, then your product is good. And I must tell you that Kinetic is the only company, automobile company, which has exported products to US. No other company has been able to export its product to US. And how many we exported? 50,000. First 1,000 vehicles we exported in 1978. And I was very happy that 1,000 vehicles have been exported. So I went with this special flight and our importer came to airport to receive me. Then he said, look, everything is fine, but some 30, 40 vehicles are not starting. Those were days with P form. You needed Reserve Bank of India's permission to leave India. If I had to call a mechanic from India, it would take 3 months. How can I leave the importer unhappy for 3 months? I said, okay, I'll cancel all my program. I'll repair. I stayed there for 2 weeks and repaired all the vehicles. There was nothing wrong in it, only moss had developed in the carburetor. Because our people had neglected to clean the carburetor. So I had to clean all the carburetors and then it worked. So that importer said that जिस कंपनी का मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर खुद रिपेयर कर सकता है उससे मैं गाड़ी तो जरूर लूँगा. So let me tell you that I assembled the first Luna myself. Assembled the first Kinetic with Dr. Panduran at night 2 o'clock. I assembled the first Kinetic Honda scooter myself with Kajiura, Japanese technical director. I assembled the first welding machine myself with Mr. Matthews. So you have to be there at the beginning. You have to learn yourself. Not that I assembled every vehicle, not that I assembled every vehicle, every scooter or every machine. I knew the difficulties in making. If you can know the difficulties in making, and then you can solve everybody's problem. Unless you solve people's problem, they cannot give you the best results. I always solved people's problem because I knew what the problems are. So all the managers here, all the directors here, be there at the beginning. Do things with your own hands once. Learn what are the difficulties of your colleagues, workers, and solve them. If you can solve their difficulties, they can rise to the challenge. If you cannot solve their difficulties, they cannot give you the best. They will always have problem. I always solve every worker's difficulty. Also, workers became managers in our company. C.G. Lokhande, he was a turner in Jai Hind Industries. I took him to Nagar, made him leading hand. then manager, then became general manager. Can you believe a turner becoming a general manager? And in Ahmednagar, we had a problem of getting managers because it was considered not as good as Pune for getting people. So we had to develop our own people. We did that, developed Lokhande from turner to general manager. So we always had this thought that we must recognize the qualities in people and grow them. We always recognize the qualities in people, not looked at the defects and said, you are no good because of this, you are no good because of that. Always said, you are good in this, let's improve your qualities. And workers also rose to the occasion. I must tell you that in 15 lakhs of rupees, what can you do? You can't even build a shop. Forget about buying machines. We have to make a paint shop. A paint shop, even in those days, was costing crores of rupees. So we said we'll make our own paint shop with gas-fired infrared bulbs. Where to get gas? So I told all the workers that you want a job, please get me gas cylinder every month. All the workers got me gas cylinder every month, and using that gas cylinder we made the infrared bulbs fire and painted. So workers also rose to the challenge because we worked with them. Never treated worker as different than or me. Always worked together. Why I'm saying workers? Because of course managers and colleagues are my own colleagues. But workers you should not treat as somebody who is just carrying out your orders. You must treat workers also as people who can give you ideas. Because every worker who is a good welder or who is a good machinist can give you at least one idea a day if you talk to him. And thereby you can improve. You can say that this idea is mine, but get ideas from workers. If you are able to talk to workers and get ideas from them, you can do wonders. So please keep in touch with people who actually do the job. That will help you a lot. And that is the way to go up in your product quality. Second thing I did was I asked always our dealers to have lunch with me. All dealers had to have lunch with me. They liked also that MD साहब के साथ lunch खा रहे. But I could get from them what is the market feedback, what competition is doing, what we should be doing. Somebody had some good points, then how to give that good point to somebody else. So interacting with dealers at lunchtime was one of the things that I practiced rigorously. And dropping him at home. On the way back, I dropped them at their hotel, home, wherever. So another 1 hour we had to talk. So all dealers became my well-wishers and friends and feedback givers. Our strength was the dealers and workers and managers. So through interaction, continuous interaction with them, we could prosper. So if you want me to give you some suggestions or advice, please talk to your workers, talk to your dealers, talk to your colleagues, learn from everybody, and use your knowledge. Make your product technology-wise the best, and export. These are my thoughts on the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Sir, for your guidance and way forward for all of us in our careers and in handling of workforce and striving for excellence. Thank you once again. May please give him a very big hand. My dear friends and dignitaries, we have now reached the end of our program. And so I would like to thank once again all the participants for this event who have participated in this event. Especially, I would like to thank our HR departments for logistics and all the work behind the scene. Please give them a big hand. For our dignitaries accepting our invitation on a very short notice, please give them a big hand. Last but not the least, you guys have been a wonderful audience, and I thank you for the chance given to me to host this event. So thank you once again. We will now have coffee, tea, and some sandwiches served. So please have something and go. Sharing is caring, so please join us. Thank you very much, sir. We'll serve coffee for them. Sir. A representative from KCL would like to present a bouquet of flowers to sir. Please. Please come. You are Mr.? Mr. Sanjeev Das and Mr. Chedda, please. Photographers? I think just face the camera, please. Okay, sir has reminded me of one product. Yeah? Okay, MicroAge would like to present a bouquet of flowers. Let's give that, then I will. Oi, oi, oi. So when chairman was calling out the names of people who have associated with him for a long time, I think my name got slipped out. I was the first lady to be appointed in the kinetic group. The first lady to be appointed on the 23rd of June 1986. I was the first lady to be appointed. We didn't have a ladies' toilet then, but I was still appointed. There is another very innovative product which this group had promoted. That was a 3-in-1 digital television. It was a television, come music system, come computer. And at that time, we just had the only television part of it. And our chairman, Mr. H.K. Firodia, that was one of his pet projects. And it was a very innovative concept product which was much talked about. And whatever experience and exposure I have got in public speaking is because I went around with the product everywhere, making presentations to the press and answering their question. And that was one product which was superb and fantastic, but I think later on chairman took the decision that we should stick to automobile, and not do that. But that was a very good product. Thank you, sir, for remembering for the good old days. Serving here? Yeah? Okay, the staff can have your coffee and thing. We will serve you coffee, tea here.